I'm Chris Williams from Cyclone Fanatic and a proud Iowa State graduate from the class of 2007. No one shows up like Iowa State fans. And Cyclones support Cyclones on and off the field. Your gift can provide scholarships to students, fund groundbreaking research. We could even drum up opportunities for the marching band. Visit MoveWhatMatters.com to learn how you can make an impact today.
This is a matchup for the ages. Audi cuts a path straight to the paint, and she serves up a slam dunk. I hope Audi may have the win, but Frank really got the W on that play. That's gotta hurt.
Hey everyone, welcome back to the Cyclone Fanatic post-game show. I'm your host, Leah Nelson. Chelsea Poppens will be in the studio to talk about Iowa State beating Texas Tech in a crazy game. Very physical, crazy game, and we'll get into it. But let's thank our sponsors, starting off with Channel Seed. Of course, they're our title sponsor for both the men's and women's shows this year. We're super excited to have them on board. Obviously, they're huge Iowa State fans and just great people all around. And then our friends over at Fairway Meat and Grocery. Great produce, great quality meat. If you need something for a tailgate, a backyard barbecue, you know to hit up Fairway Meat and Grocery. All right, Chelsea, we got lots to talk about, obviously. I keep cracking up because of our conversation before we start recording. But, you know, this game awesome that they won. Obviously, I feel like we've got a lot to talk about. It didn't go exactly how we both thought it would go, but, you know, what would you rate this game? Or if you had to grade it, A to F, what would you grade this game first off?
I'm not going to answer that.
You have to.
No.
Okay.
I don't know. I'm happy with... Good photo, Aiden. I'm happy with a W. It just felt like a very low energy game.
Right.
And it was such a weird, dysfunctional game from both sides. Like Texas Tech wasn't making any shots. Iowa State, our offense was disrupted and we couldn't find a rhythm that first half. And like Crooks was missing the buckets that she would make. I mean, obviously it was a dysfunctional game on our part because we were like 0 for 7 from the 3-point line and we didn't make a three. So I don't know. I'm happy with a win. It wasn't what we expected. Like you said, we had to balance the scales, but I mean, I'll take a W any day.
Spoken like a true former student athlete, because I agree. Even the games that aren't the prettiest, like a win is a win at the end of the day. But lots of fouls, lots of plays that had to be under review. It just seemed like
slow.
Just slow. The announcers were even saying it, like, just seemed like a strange game. And then obviously the elephant in the room, Iowa State didn't make a 3-pointer. 900. I feel bad almost like saying out loud, like 945 game streak starting in 1995, which 5 years before I was born. So it seems pretty crazy. But from your perspective, talk like, yes, they didn't make a 3-pointer, which sucks. But like when points are coming easily in the paint, like why chuck up threes to, make the record? What are your thoughts?
And it's like points in the paints is 50 points in the paint for Iowa State and 18 for Texas Tech. It's easy buckets. It's hard to turn those down for a 3-point shot. I mean, yeah, in the end, we're like the crowd and everyone was like, shoot the three.
Could you hear it on the?
Yeah. It was like silent. Like the broadcasters weren't even saying anything. And then you hear,
shoot the three.
Like, shoot it, Audie.
It almost seemed like she was like, oh.
I was like, shoot it. I was like, shoot it. Do it. Just back it up.
Yeah.
I don't care.
Yeah. That's what it felt like. I was at. A part of me was like, just start making threes. Like, you guys got this game in the bag. But then putting myself in their shoes, like, yes, a streak is a streak, but at the same time, like, you're playing to win. You're not really, as a student athlete, I feel like you don't always think of those things.
Mm-hmm.
And, it's like those humble players that when they're in the press conference and they're like, did you know you had a triple double or a blah, 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 or scored the most amount of points?
I'm sure Coach Finley's pep talk in the thing wasn't like, we need a 3, otherwise we're going to lose our streak. Like he was just happy with a win, even if it was kind of an ugly win.
Exactly. He's like, do what you need to do. But, Texas Tech, kudos to them. You could see that there was a little bit of tension with Danae there. I don't know. It seemed
a little bit of drama.
But makes the game more fun to watch. But I mean, I think they played pretty well, held Iowa State, like it was kind of going back and forth. Iowa State seemed to be in control for the most part of it. But, what did Texas Tech do well, and how did Iowa State counter that to be able to come out with a win?
I think Texas Tech did a great job of guarding Crooks down low and disrupting her typical game with their 6'6" post player down low. What was her name? Sorry, I'm like pulling up the.
No, you're good.
I think it was. Yeah, Magot. Yeah, or 6'7". I lied. I think they just I swear it was 6'6" at the beginning of the game. They just updated it.
They just upped it after the game.
Yeah, they're like, this is wrong. But yeah, I don't know. I think they had some height that kind of threw Crooks off, and then like she obviously still found her groove. But I mean, great defense by them. I thought there was a lot of fouls that really just like stopped the flow of the game early on. And whether that was like a charge or that intentional, and then another face shot and another face shot, it just felt like neither team could really find a good rhythm. And yeah, I don't know. I just thought it was kind of a slow, ugly game.
It was but I still kind of found it enjoyable to watch. I mean, a lot of people were still involved. Addie Brown, great game. Crooks, obviously. AJ killing it. Love her. Emily Ryan still taking control. Didn't score as much as she had in the last couple of games, but she's still putting up points across the board, rebounds, assists. She's just really controlling the game. I'm such a huge fan of Emily Ryan doing well. So it should be fun. They've got a lot of basketball left. What do you think, they can take from this game, if anything, going,
I think they did a good job of guarding Poppens. She was the main player that they would have been on the lookout for because she's had a stellar couple games in the past. And so for her to only have 5 points and then get into foul trouble early on and be forced into those situations, I think is huge. So as long as like AJ keeps doing that and Iowa State keeps nailing down on that defensive end, which Iowa State was doing a better job on the defensive end. And they always say, like, if you play defense, the offense will come. So I think just there's a lot to learn from this, like the slower paced games where it's really hard to find your groove and that work well with each other. And I think they're just going to take the wins that we just recently had. And I mean, they'll probably scrap this game, honestly, as we move forward into conference play, but
hey, a win is a win. I see it in the comments too. So a W is a W. They agree.
Why is defense so mad? You broke up with us.
It's like a Hallmark movie, but it doesn't end in a good way. But for us, it did. So, I would say, 3 games in a row winning. So that's huge. They take on West Virginia Morgantown on Sunday, January 19th. You can come back, watch Chelsea and I chat it up again, and then you guys can also catch Williams and Bloom live at 9 a.m. tomorrow morning, so don't forget that, Cyclone Fanatic fans. But go State. It's been fun. It's been real. Let's keep this winning streak going.
Yeah.